and live. Got it.
Yay.
Yay.
It is being live streamed. Thank you for letting me know. Currently extra bright while this white screen lets me know that I'm redirected to good old Tuba Views.
Yes.
Gosh, 16. Like 16. We're well over halfway through.
I know. What did you say? We only had 8 left.
Yeah, I think from the ones that I just counted. I don't remember if you made a weird rune for me in the blood set.
I think I did a blank. Did I do a blank? I don't know. You would probably know better than I.
We'll find out. Well, they're special. I only want to use them for special occasions.
Aw.
So sorry for not remembering. But
I'm sorry, I don't remember when I made them.
well, that brings us to Tiwaz week. Winning those battles that you never wanted to win, giving a sacrifice, all that kind of.
Yeah. So we were trying to gaslight ourselves into being really excited about this one. And, we've had time with it. So I am really, I guess I go first. Do I go first?
I was just thinking that that's the one thing we discussed. Everything else, made sure we had all of our stuff, and then I don't remember.
I think I pulled Tiwaz, so I think I go first.
Okay.
So I got inspired by art I had already done when we did our rune art before. And it was a certain style of frame that I have that's very thick and small. So it's this thick.
Ooh.
And I had done that weird one that said smile on it with a sunflower, and it was just really a lot, and it was kind of creepy. So I decided
3D, if I remember correctly, it was vividly 3-dimensional.
So I decided to use another one of the frames.
Okay.
And I did this.
Shut up. That's so pretty.
Isn't it pretty?
Yeah.
I got
that's like funeral home art.
Like it's got a nice little background. Like I just went soft and gentle because the other one was so abrasive and ugly. So sometimes I was just like, I want to do this again. Like that was my first thought. Like I want to do this again, but I wanted to make it prettier. And I just thought with the background patterns and that I painted. So I have some stencils that I used before, and I grabbed the first one that came into my hand. I was just like, boom, this is it. And it makes me happy. I'm going to actually like put this next to the ugly one. And we'll have like a little series of like how far I take it sometimes, like sometimes it'll be a lot and sometimes it'll be softer and gentler. So that is my art for Tiwaz, and yeah, I'm cool with it. Like I'm cool with it.
Nice. I'm sure you heard me and dismissed me quickly too, but I meant that as a compliment when I said funeral home art. Like,
I took that as a compliment.
I meant it as a big one.
I love funeral homes, and
I meant it as a big one.
Yes. Thank you.
My turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is a fluke as part of, I don't know if I've mentioned it in this series before. I'm writing a book called Coffee Stains. And so I need to make coffee stains. The number that I have set out is 400. So I have more than enough for a calendar. And I am officially at halfway through at 201. Nice. So I am now halfway through that particular journey, or that part of that journey. And this just happened, and I'm amazed by it. I'm trying to put it behind there so we can see the different colors at the bottom. I did not paint with brush. The thing that looks like people on a boat, that was because it fell over into the solution that I was sticking of the coffee that I was plugging it into. So you've got like this dark dead, what I think is a river, because it even looks like they've got shadows.
It does.
The hat.
That's like the happiest mistake I've ever seen. Like for And I love your coffee stain art. Like it's been a fan. I'm a huge fan of it. But this one is not like any of the other ones.
It is, yes, it is super unique. And
it is very cool. Like it is very much that riverboat. You can see like the little hats.
Right.
Almost. No, that is so cool. I absolutely adore it.
One friend had said Egyptian something, and I was like, no, this feels like ancient China to me.
That's my first impression too.
So
it's the style of it. It just feels like that.
And it has a style. It's literally a coffee stain. Like it's not a coffee painting. No. It's a sit some watercolor paper and some coffee and have a go at it. But it also I think fits in for this week because to mark that I am halfway through with that journey is awesome, and that I will have to, like in Tiwa's fashion, give more of myself to it. But also what I learned by this is I can give more to it by taking myself further out of it.
Right. Because the best part of that is that it was unintentional. You just let it be that, like,
and it's almost cool enough to be. I hope more cool ones happen. You know, I surely
I'm sure they will.
Like, but even if, like, right, there's gonna be 400 of them. Like, hopefully more than one is good. But if that's the one, it's pretty spiffy.
Dude, and so far, like, that is kind of the one. And I've seen so many of the other ones that were unique, the ones that had like a depth to them, you know, to where you look at it and you're just like, I could look at this for a while. Like, and
that's why I think it will be a great bathroom book.
100%. 100%. And that one is just the most different one to me.
Like, yeah, I see shapes. This is the first time I've seen a scene.
Yeah, like that went scenic story. Like that had a story to it. Like amazing.
And purposeful accidents in a way. I cussed at the time, but it turned out okay.
Yeah. Man, fucking tastic. I love it.
Yay. Yeah, right.
No, we did good. We did good.
We did it. We did the Tiwas. I'm not quite sure what we learned from this one.
You know, but we still learned something every time.
Well, yeah, because we're experiencing it. So however long it takes us to like unzip those downloads.
Yeah, it does take a minute to the art changes so much and we do things so differently sometimes, but then we also like fall back on things that we like doing. But again, like the reason why I like doing the series is because independently, I wouldn't have picked this back up. Like, I don't know if I would have been inspired to use this frame again. And because it's not my favorite.
I thought you meant in the runes in general. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how much I'd be into them if it's not with you. You're my rune buddy.
It's true. Well, because we started this journey together to learn what the fuck were runes and how we can make them a little bit more downloaded. Like we just had a hard time like focusing on it separately. And I think that's one of the cool things about runes is like the more you play with it, the more you learn about it, the more you discover from it. If it's through art, if it's through yoga, if it's just through the divination quality of it, just making them, like we just learn something new every time. And it's good. It builds our relationships with it.
And it's super fun to look at us both doing the same ones, because the first time we did the rune art through, we drew them, but we didn't tell each other what we'd drawn. And then we showed the rune and the art like in the same one. And that was amazing. Like, God, you had some killer ones in that series that still hold
you fucking threw it down. And
I'm making up with frames. I'm making up my slack with frames this go round. So
right, you really
also that wasn't framed. I did one without a frame.
None of your coffee art stains are framed.
No.
It would be weird if you did. So I'm glad you refrained from frames. Like you refrained.
I refrained from the frames. There we go. That's Tiwa's. Refrain from the frames.
Pull back a little.
Fall back on what you know.
Take a step back.
So does that mean I draw this time?
It does. Yeah.
Look how few are left. This thing was mostly full. Lagos.
Lagos, the water spigot.
Yeah.
Oh
I
shoot!
remember really liking this one the first time through
I remember loving this one.
because it was very much, I remember like at the time it was thinking like the adjusting your, like using a bath metaphor, adjusting your temperatures, things.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you're gonna like represent water with it, it's gonna be like flow. You're gonna have
Here's something that like I found our notes. Where's the fun is what we said for our
where's the
quote
fun?
on this one. Resistance before the breakthrough, sad realizations. And here's an extra note, a footnote. You're gonna have to be proactive if fun is important to you. Well, look at us writing fortune cookies.
I know. I was gonna say. Like, apparently, we went through some emotions before.
Yes, which was the hot and cold of the emotions. I think that's where I was going with that metaphor earlier. Who knows?
Yeah. Yep. I can dig it. I can let it flow. I can see where it takes me. Maybe try to control the pressure of it.
Or and augment any fun that might happen along. Be like, oh, I'll participate in this fun.
Yeah, instead of just being like, oh no, I'm just really gonna, do my routine instead. Like maybe instead we could just be like, you know what, I will go out. Or hey, maybe I'll call somebody I haven't talked to in a while. Maybe I'll watch a new show instead of Star Trek again. Never.
No.
No.
Always Star Trek.
I like to be reminded to have fun.
You hear that, Runes? She'd like to be reminded.
Maybe not too much fun now. Like,
Right.
I don't know. I've had fun sometimes that did not turn out well. So you know what? We're just gonna let it flow.
Water. I got it.
Love it. All right.
Water.
So that concludes.
That's got it. All right. Well, then let me vamp as I try to find the button that says